Alright, so we got everything rolling and we're ready to get going on our merging to master. And there's actually a loose end that we left there at the end of the last video where we need to go ahead and commit our change for our header. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put in there added redirect and header head to SSL, and we'll commit that, and now we're good to go there. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead out and check out our GitHub and take a look and look at our repo. Right now we have branches 200, 201, 202, and we want to go ahead and we want to push this branch up. And so what we can do is we can tell it that we want to do a push. And if all goes well, we should be able to get a push of the branch up. And we can see that our 203 branch pushed up as well. This drop down, you always have to refresh it. And we can see now that we have our 203 branch, and that's awesome. I like having the branches up there for our lessons and things like that, so it works out really well. And so now that our branch is there, the next thing that we can do is I'm going to experiment and use this. It's called Git Plus. It's a package that you can download. And actually, before we do that, before we do the merge, the actual merge, the next thing that we need to do is we need to go in and update our readme file. Add in there what we did. What I'm putting in there is actually available in the step instructions. So if you wanted to put exactly what I'm putting, you can go ahead out there to the step instructions and hop in there and do that. Got some extra spaces in here, and actually I think that could be a little anal, but I'm going to go ahead and push everything in one. Probably could do this by selecting them all. We'll find that out in a minute. I just think it looks better this way. Let's try this. Yeah, nice. So that's all we need to do is push in. You can see all is well there. We're updating our readme file. We have the 203. So if we save that, we see that over here it showed us that we've updated it, and you can see really all we're doing is just putting in the information about the things that we did inside of this step. So if somebody were to go and look, they could take a brief look and get kind of an overview, especially if they were troubleshooting things. And what's really cool, again, in Git over here, we can see that it's sitting there, and we can actually go in and we can look at what our changes are, which is super nice. So let's go ahead and stage that and say updated readme file, and let's go ahead and commit that, and let's push that up as well before we merge it. So of course I could set this to just remember this, but I like to be able to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Less than a minute ago, you can see that our 202 is in there. We're on the master branch though, so we're not going to see that change of 203. But if we switch over to our branch 203, we should see that readme file change down there. And we do. And it's kind of ugly, but that's okay. We'll leave that go for right now until we're ready to change it around. Actually, we could go fix it if we wanted to. It bothers me. So I think what I'm going to do is copy, because I know these things are working up here. I'm going to go ahead and copy that in and see if that makes a difference. To a second level. like it to look nice. You know, it's kind of crazy, but it's a proven fact. The cleaner you make your code, the cleaner you make everything, the better off you're going to be. So you might as well do it right. Make sure it stays nice. Let's see if that fixes that problem. And cleaned readme file. We gotta stage it. Commit. Let's do that push one more time. Get that out there. Let's go take a look at it. See if that made it any nicer. And it did. So to me, that was worth it. I like a nice clean readme file. It's where people are going to be looking at things in your site. And at this point, we'll go back to master. We'll see that our 203 changes are not part of master. And we can go back to Atom. Now, what you'll remember is we actually don't have to do a push to production. Now, in real life, what this would be is we would be working off of a dev server, local host and dev server, so we'd be pushing this up to a dev server, so it really wouldn't matter. We would never actually work right off of the production site. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our merge. And what we need to do is go back to master. And we're using this cool plugin called Git Plus. And because we're in master, we should be able to go to packages and to Git Plus, which is down here on the very bottom. You can't really see it too well. But in Git Plus, there's actually a command in there to do a merge, which you're not going to see, unfortunately. And I'm going to do a normal merge. I'm on the master, and it's asking me which one I want to merge. So I'm saying 203. And at this point, it's showing me that I have 6 commits, which is awesome. And that I need to go ahead and push that up now. So I'm pushing the master branch up now with the merge. Let's go ahead out and see what happens. See, we can see we saw it jump from 9 to 15 commits, which we know we had 6 commits in there. We can see that our 203 information was updated. And if we want, we can actually go out, and this is the nice place, nice part is we can go out and we can see what we did at each commit. And if we wanted to, we could actually revert back to that. And maybe if we wanted to get some changes, we can actually go back and we can see what those commits are, what changed. You can see here we were changing our variables. Really cool stuff using Git. So anyway, at this point we're done. We've wrapped up. We've done our merge. Our local host is working well, exactly the way we wanted it to. Our remote is working exactly the way we want it to, and that will complete step 3. See you in the next